Our next speaker is Sameh. He is working in Netherlands right now, but originally he is from Egypt, right? Yeah. Can you please say something again, please?
Hello?
Oh yeah, awesome. Awesome. So, a question for you. Who of you is disappointed by Xcode building times? In anything. Yeah, but basically in Swift, oh yeah, I know this feeling. Basically, you know how to fix, I know the easy fix of this problem. Just don't use Xcode, okay? But Sameh is here to tell you the long fix. Actually, he will talk about projects that have many dependencies, that increase building time dramatically, and how to handle it. How to decrease the building time. Okay, ready? Say hello to Sameh.
Hey, everybody. I think you can hear me very well, right? You can hear me? Okay, nice. So first of all, I would like to say something in Ukraine, which is Dobrokhin Yapanove, something like that. I just learned it yesterday, so. As Nastasia said, I'm Sameh. I'm working in Amsterdam, company called Mobiquity. And today I'm going to talk about improving Xcode build time. Basically, as I see, we are all disappointed by the build time in Swift. And there are many approaches for fixing that. And today I'm going to focus on one approach that we already did in our project. And it has significantly decreased our build time. So we are talking today about the problem and the solutions, and I will show some kind of demo and the result, and then some kind of references. So what was the problem? The problem now is our build time is really slow. It takes like 7 to 10 minutes on the local machine, and then it also takes like from 20 to 30 minutes on the CI. So why we need to care about this kind of things? Because it's really hard to do like the TDD. Imagine that you are running a filling test. It's red, green refactor. So you run a test to wait to fill 10 minutes, and then you try to make it green, and you complete the cycle of the TDD. Also, it's very slow, so it makes your development process really slow. So what's the approach for fixing this kind of issue? First things first, we have to see the number of the Xcode takes for the building time. So there is a command line to command. I don't know if it's here. Okay. This command is like you write on the user default of the Xcode to show the number of the build time in Xcode. Yeah, if you search in the internet, it's really easy to find it. Second thing is, Xcode by default doesn't show the time the function or the expression it takes. So we need to do something. We need to add like a compiler flag, which is called X frontend warn long function bodies, and you give it the number of the time that you want to make it as a threshold. So if you have a function that takes more than 100 milliseconds, then the Xcode will warn you. So it will be something like that. So this function, for example, takes more than 100, and then you will see something like that. So the first approach that you can look into it, which is the code level. So you try to understand why my building time is really slow. So we try to look into, for example, extensions. One of the things in Swift is the more you do extensions, the more the linker takes time to figure out the type of that extension. And it will affect the time the compiler takes to build your code. The second thing also is type inference. So Swift takes time also to infer the type, to understand the type of your object. And better to identify the type of your objects to make it explicit types. One other thing is the dependency management. So our project, we used CocoaPods, and one thing I try to do in CocoaPods is disabling the debugging format, which is called dwarf. What you need to do is to enable dwarf without DSYM. So the DSYM is the simplification files that when you generate a crash report, you have to provide this DSYM. But it's not really needed if you are debugging in the debugging mode. So to do that, we write just a simple hook inside our bod file, which is like this, bod install, and then you iterate over the bots, and then you disable or you enable only the dwarf without DSYM. Once I did that, it actually reduced the build time by 25 milliseconds, which is not really bad. One other thing is called whole module optimization, which is only for Swift. The whole module optimization is a really nice feature, which is the normal optimization is the compiler take your file, source file, and it take each source file and it create a job, and then it optimize each one file separately. But with whole module optimization, it takes the whole files and it optimizes them in the release build. So make sure that you enable the whole module optimization as level 2 fast, and also add non-flag to the other Swift flags in the debug configuration, because it's not really needed in the debug. Only the whole module optimization is only needed in the release if you have a release, because it will be optimized, but in debug you don't really need it. So if I look at our project, when I do clean build, I see that CocoaPods, obviously, CocoaPods, every time, as Arthur explained, CocoaPods grabs the source file and it tries to build each source file from scratch if you do clean install, clean to your project. So this is really obvious problem, and we need to look into it. So how to fix that? There is opportunity or possibility in CocoaPods to use frameworks or binaries instead of grabbing source code. And you know, if you have a pre-built framework, it's really less time to the compiler to build other than source files. So how can we do that? So I want to show something. I built like a script that can provide like one dependency as a binary. So not sure if you see it. Okay. So this is, I create a script called automated.sh, and then I have there is a bod called string builder, and then I specify option called source and binaries. I want my this string builder to be distributed as a source file and as a binary. So the developer in his bod file can say, okay, I need this bod as a source file, or I need it as a binary. Because imagine you can be in a situation like you are library builder, right? And I have some developers that need it as a binary, and I have some other developers that need it as a source file. Internal and external developers. So what I'm doing now, I just click on this, and then try to take this one and no such file. Okay. So we had a demo effect here. Not sure if. One second. Ah. CD such file or directory. No. Sorry about that, but it should work. He doesn't see my, I don't know why. Does anybody have an idea? It doesn't go to this. Okay. So again, the same shit. Doesn't exist. Ah, damn it. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is to search for this pod on CocoaPods and try to get it and to fork it and then okay. This is the shell script. So the shell script, what it's doing is search in CocoaPods. There's an API on CocoaPods. This one, I tried to search with the pod name, and once I found it, I tried to fork this repo using GitHub APIs also. Once I fork it, and then I changed, I tried to create, I fork it, then I clone it, then I try to create a framework from it, then I try to upload it back. But to do that, I have to change in the pod spec to make it as a binary and as a source file. And at the end, I just push it back to the repo. But here, I'm not really sure why it doesn't work anymore. Let's try one more. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. Unfortunately, demo effect. Okay. So how to do that in CocoaPods? There's something called vendor frameworks. What you need to do is just update your pod spec, and you have to add a binary to your remote repo, and then the developer need to do pod install. So the pod spec looks like this. So at the end, there is something called vendor framework, and you give it the frameworks that you already generated. One more option is this is options that I said, you can distribute your framework as a source files or as a binary. It's very simple, you just need to create different pod specs. And in the project, okay, I don't know. Oh. Ah. It's really crap. I don't know why.
Need to go back?
Oh, yeah. It's freezing. All right, so let's continue. So as I said, we just need to update the pod spec with two subspecs. And then the repo looks like this. You just create a folder called framework and you put inside it your binary. And it looks like this. The binary is framework and it also has a DSYM included. So the thing that I was talking about is creating a shell script that automates that, because it's really a long process. You need to update both spec, you need to create a framework, you need to upload it back. So the shell script that I created is that one, which is basically cloning the repo, and I use actually Carthage behind the scene to generate a framework. I can also use Xcode command line tool. And then I update the board spec, which is, I try to access it and I add something called vendor frameworks and I give it the path of the framework that I uploaded to the repository back. And then once I'm done, I just commit and push everything back to the repo. So what I actually did, was really time consuming for us. Like it saved us like 2 minutes. So it was from 7 minutes to 5 minutes the build time, which was great. It's only for 3 components out of like 10 CocoaPods. So I actually wanted to show you the script, but I'm not sure. Let's give it one more try, but cannot exit. Okay, so the conclusion is optimizing your build process is paying off if you really want to make your development a bit faster. And it just requires a little bit of your time. Just dedicate 1 hour in every few months. Yeah, it's also fun. This is at the end some references. You can check it out. The script that I'm talking about, I just put it on GitHub if you want to go and check it out. Also, there's some references by John Sandel, and there's a couple of articles from Zalando. They are talking about the speeding up the build time also. And yeah, that's it. I cannot exit it, so I'm not sure what happens. I can show you guys after the presentation if you want to see the script.
We want to see the script. If you can do it right now, just do it right now.
Yeah, I would like to do it. It was really running on the... Okay, sure. So this is the thing that I created. Create a thing called CocoaPods Carthage. You can check it out here. This is the script. And if I go to my repos, I check if I have string builder or not. I don't have it, right? Okay. So let's clear everything, cd, back. And let's go to the script and try to run it. Hopefully it succeeds. Okay, let's do this without that thing. Oh, this repository null doesn't exist. What the fuck? Sorry? What? Again? Can you? Ah, credentials. I don't. Interesting. All right.
Maybe it's a private repo.
Huh?
Is it private? Your repository?
No, actually, it's public. It's called string, like here.
Wrong.
Ah, it has been deleted? Really? Seriously? No, this is the one. And I just have it here. And actually, if we check, we are getting it back. So this is the JSON that's coming from CocoaPods, which is actually the metadata about the pod itself. So it has the source of the pod, which is that guy. So once I get this source, I take it and I try to fork it. But yeah, for some reason it gives me bad credentials. Could be about the network itself. I'm not sure.
Let's try again.
I want to change the network. Okay,
Maybe you can show it on different repo.
Yeah, that's also can be possible. Sure.
Just select any other repo and let's try with another one.
Sure.
Let's connect to the first one because it seems like it's the only one that
I just select one free because I just tried before.
No worries, no worries. It's just a demo effect.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
okay.
It's always happening. So.
Yeah.
airplanes.
Let's try with different repository.
Yeah, let's give it one try.
Okay, okay.
No, let's try with different table.
Yeah. So what kind of repository do you prefer? Do you have the one do you like the most? Alama Fire? Can we try with Alama Fire?
Sure.
Okay, so it's not a repository problem.
Yeah, it's a bad credential. Some kind of. I actually. It's here. It's in cloning the repo. So I could not clone the repo anymore. So if I do clone, sorry.
Yeah, let's try to.
Git clone. It's cloning.
Cloning, cloning, cloning.
All right. Okay.
Well, we still have plenty of time, no worries.
Well, but yeah, people start hitting me because of the script.
No, it's okay. 33, 34, oh, 36, 37.
But yeah, even if I clone it, I think there is no point here because
Maybe it's a mistake in your script.
yeah, could be, why not? For sure.
Okay, so do you know like a whiteboard interview? We have a whiteboard debugging.
Okay, let's do that together.
Can you increase the font, please?
Sure.
Bigger, bigger. Is it enough? Good? No? Bigger? Bigger. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So, could be about the GitHub token.
Yeah, that's about regenerating the GitHub token.
Okay, let's do that again.
Let's do that.
Okay, GitHub. We go to.
Well, that's better than live coding, right? Live debugging.
So, developer settings. We go to personal tokens. We go to here.
Just create a new one.
Oh, sorry.
Close your eyes, close your eyes. Oh, that was smart, by the way. Anyway, it doesn't show you the symbols, right? It just shows you the dots. So
Okay, I will give it. Okay,
feel safe.
Let's go back to the Apple TV. Okay. So.
Yeah, we will be famous with this token.
Sure. Let's give it everything, right? I don't care now. Well, it's a bad idea, but let's try, right?
Do you know how it usually starts? We will just try.
Okay, let's
and
copy
we will
this.
remove in production, yeah. Of
Or
what?
somebody will copy
of the
it and
token.
do something bad with it now.
Okay, so have you put new token there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I saved.
Save. And
Okay, let's try again.
3, 2, 1, action.
No, I have to do something just first to do that.
Cleaning, okay.
I
Yeah,
will not
let's.
try with that one because
Okay. No, it's not a token problem. Okay, any other suggestions?
Any ideas?
Session
problem.
wrong. Which one? Open GitHub. New tab. Can we have a microphone on this side, please?
Huh? What is saying?
Yeah, just wait for a microphone. Please raise your hand. Yeah, I see.
So I would try to open the new tab or new terminal
Sure.
session. This could happen. It can.
Wow.
Yeah, let's try with sudo. Why not?
Sudo.
Nope.
That's really funny. Wow. I don't know.
Try with sudo.
You can try download
Okay.
the whole.
Line 43. What's line 43?
No. 43. CD repo name. Git clone. Yeah, but it's failing on git clone, right? On line 32.
Yeah. No, 43. He's saying in line 43.
Yeah, because it's not cloned.
Okay, let's do that.
You can clone the repo manually and just comment.
I would actually try to just download zip, like repo zip, instead of cloning it. So you can go to the GitHub and choose to download zip of the whole repo.
Download it manually, put it
Yep.
in the folder you want, and just comment the line 42.
Okay, let's try that, but I'm not sure it will
And
work.
let's see what happens.
Sure.
How many hours do you usually spend on debugging? This is a question that is connecting with that one with about unit tests, right? Do you have unit tests, Sameh?
It doesn't work, so I don't have unit tests, of course. Weird. I'm in an awful situation right now.
So you prefer to start with TDD, right? To write the test.
Well, I do TDD, but this is a shell
No,
script.
worries. Just take your time. We're just chatting. Because I'm super curious to see the results. You know.
Yeah, it's really nice result, but I'm not sure why.
You still have 12 minutes to try.
Okay.
So we can wait. I think it's.
So, what I'm taking is I take the get from source. So, let's check back in the SSH URL. So I take this one. It's not here. That's a really good point. It's not actually. So I'm trying to get the SSH URL from the result, and it's not coming back. For some reason, GitHub is not returning that for me.
Was it working yet?
So we can do that. We can.
Was it working yesterday?
Yeah, for sure, and in the morning. No, I mean, the key is not existing in the JSON that's coming back from the GitHub. No, but where? Like S?
Just go to the stage and help.
You can
Okay?
come if you want.
Yeah, just do it. Now we have 2 workshop threads.
Let's do that together.
Yeah, let's identity edit and
Okay, SSH add. Okay, trying again. And we still see bad credentials.
The same thing. It seems to be building something.
Yeah, but here, yeah, because I bought the one guy suggested that.
But
Looks.
Okay.
it looks like it's just failing to clone, no?
Yeah, it's just.
Can we clone it manually, put it in a folder, and just don't clone in a script? Oh, sure.
Stage debugging is always
Yes.
interesting.
So sorry for this stupid idea, yeah.
No, it's not here. Of course, I need to fork it first.
Fork it!
Yeah.
Then fork it.
Fork it!
Come on, fork it.
Okay, let's do that. Sure.
Everyone likes the live.
Yeah,
it.
we like it.
Fork it.
Fork it.
Yeah.
Now we
Yay.
know how to fork, okay? And it should take just a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fast.
Okay. Then I download the forked one.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Well, we will see. You know how it usually, during debugging, all small steps make sense, but in general,
Okay. So we go here, we delete that guy, we add that guy, and we just change it to none. And we run the same script again.
no.
Wow.
But it's,
Now
you
Carthage
haven't.
is building, so I'm generating a framework at the moment, but
Now you have a framework for this dependency
no.
and fatal errors. Okay.
Oh my god. So full.
And the sign cool beans.
Yeah, it's just debugging statement.
Okay. usually I use like nya nya as debugging statement.
Okay.
But
Sure.
cool beans is it's cool.
Okay.
Do you still
my
download the repo in your script? Should you download?
Okay,
the
let's debug it step by step, right? So,
repo? Okay.
all right.
5
Here
minutes.
at this moment, repo URL. There is an echo here. So let's search for that one. So
Yeah.
we got the repo URL from
And we can.
CocoaPods.
And we are sure that this repo exists, right?
Yes. So if we go here,
Yeah.
this is actually working. Nice.
Yeah.
And then we, after that, echo repo URL. Because I'm really interested on that only, and then I take this repo URL to fork it from GitHub. And then I have another echo for the repo name to fork.
So basically, what you're trying to do is to download the repo to get all its forks,
Yeah.
to find the fork ready to fork. Maybe let's just go through the code so we can understand it line by line,
Sure.
and then you will have plenty of time to debug it without social pressure.
I think, is that the file or not? No, right? I think I'm modifying in another file. Let's read it. Okay.
And basically, the main idea of this script is to fork some repository.
Yeah, basically I search with the pod name in CocoaPods.
Yeah.
I get the metadata about that pod, which is containing the URL of that pod.
Okay.
I take that URL and I fork the repo.
Okay.
And then once I fork it, I clone it. And then I update what I need to do. I update the pod spec and I create a framework and then I put it back.
So basically, you are tweaking somebody else's pod specs, right?
Yeah.
So you're just changing pod spec of some library and use the changed pod spec in your project.
Exactly. I just use the branch name
Yeah, I got
at
it,
the end
yeah.
in my pod file. like this.
Well, it sounds actually useful if you want to add somebody else's libraries as
So
frameworks.
it's here. Oh, come on. So that's the demo. And, oh my god. So that's the one. Here in the boot file, I can say binary or source. And I give it the URL of the thing that I'm interested in. Once I run this boot file, it should, based on that, as you can see here, I already did it
Yeah.
before. So this is it's coming from CocoaPods. It's a framework coming from CocoaPods. Once I
Yeah, so let's imagine that the script is working.
Yeah.
Now you have this pod file of your own project, right?
Yeah.
And you can decide whether you want to include the library as source file or as binary.
So yeah, there is no need to cartridge at this moment. Imagine if your company is only working with CocoaPods and you don't have the opportunity to change to cartridge because you have so many dependencies.
By the way, sorry, how many of you are working with Cartage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. And Cartage, do you work with Cartage? No? And most people are working with CocoaPods, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this really might be useful.
I hope it works some time, but oh my god, I don't really. Oh, it works.
Wow!
I don't know. Man. I
Magic.
did nothing, but I actually might be. I'm working in a different folder.
Oh no.
Okay, it just
was
works.
easy fix.
All right, now we create the frameworks. Ah, my god. Okay, we are done. We go to our Xcode project. Sorry. So here is the binary. Okay, let's check first. Sorry, on the GitHub if I have it or not.
So you should have a branch called binary here, right?
Well, it should update the boot spec. Nice. So let's first try it here in my project. I will first call it source. So now you see framework in the project.
Yeah.
Okay, let's clean cd. Let's go to this demo project. Come on. Let's do boot install. Now it should.
Now we are installing your fork.
Yes.
Okay. And we should see example project with source file.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, so. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
And yay!
Yay!
Awesome. Let's
This
change
is the source file.
Yay!
Let's change it back to binary.
Let's change it back to binary, yeah.
All right.
And we should see a framework there.
Yes. All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
And action.
Yay.
Binary frameworks framework. Awesome.
And to be honest, if I just clean the project and build it with this only one framework, you see the build time is 3 seconds here. I mean, it's really, there's a difference between building with a framework and building with a source file. Sorry, one second. So let's change it back to, sorry.
But you haven't changed it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's change it. So it's 1 second and
It's 1
something.
second, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So let's do boot install and see what's the build time using source files.
I think it will be 3, 4 seconds, no?
I think so. It's around 3 because the 3 was cached
Yeah.
from the previous one.
Magic numbers.
All right. So yeah, let's go to Xcode and let's make sure that we have
Make
sources.
clean before.
Yeah, around 3 seconds.
Around 3 seconds. Well, it's 3 times,
So
basically.
there's difference between building as a framework and building as a source file, right?
That's cool, right?
So yeah, and then The script is in my GitHub. If you want to take a look, if you want to change it, if you want to do anything with it, feel free. And
I believe you should put some comments there. Okay.
sure.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was a really great session of live debugging.
so.
No pressure, no pressure.
No
You did it
pressure.
good. You did it good. It's working.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions?
Thank you for a nice talk and an interesting live debugging. Not too frequently you can see it from stage, so yeah, it was
That's really
interesting. I have a question about the type inference. So this seems to be the greatest problem in
Yeah.
Swift development. And how do you usually fix it? So do you trap in this kind of situations frequently? And
Yeah, well, the fix for that, what I have experienced in my project is to try to make everything explicit in freedom. So you define the type. When you define an object, you give it the type. Don't let Swift to infer it. So that's the fix for that for now. So I didn't saw any other workaround or any other fix for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So there was a rumor,
A rumor.
yeah, that if you have something in your code like that, let array equals, and you have a big array, and Swift compiler takes too much time to compile it, like very much. Is it true? Yeah? Oh, okay. The question is, what is backstory to come to this? And use Cartage to make framework, actually. And don't use Cartage, because Cartage and CocoaPods use simultaneously is pretty easy and pretty straightforward. Well, we can do that. Everyone can do that.
Yeah, for sure. So, as I said in the beginning, imagine if you are in a situation like my project, I was not have the opportunity or possibility to switch to Cartage because we have a lot of dependencies. Second reason is we have a platform team who is creating components, and they want to provide it as a source file and as a framework. So apparently, this is only possible with CocoaPods, not with Cartage. Cartage you only provide as a framework. So for me, that was the two argument to stick to that solution. Yeah.
So basically, it's difficult to have both CocoaPods and Cartage in one project if your team is large.
Exactly.
And if you want to debug your components, right? Okay, please.
Hi, thank you for your speech. That was nice. So my question is simple. Have you found a solution with constant Xcode rebuilding while you're using TDD?
Well, one of the reasons that we try to find a solution with CocoaPods is the TDD. It's really slow. One of the things also you can do is using, what do you call it? I have bad memory. The other idea of Xcode, what's it called?
Playground?
Playground. So you can use a playground to save time, just to minimize the time it takes to develop. This is one solution. I saw some people is doing that. The other thing is to really fix the problems that you have, like the building time that's a problem, which is
okay, but anyway, even if you implemented all your test code in the playground and then you move it into the project, and you need to try how it works in the project, and it's constantly rebuild the whole project for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't fix, but yes, it helps.
It depends, yeah. It depends on your situation. But at the end, I would say you really have a problem in your building time and you need to fix it in a way or in another because you have different approaches. You need to find the approach that will fit you. And
thank you.
yes.
Very small question. Your solution, it depends on performance of the system, computer, or not?
No, actually, it depends on the internet speed.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't depend on the anything. Like, as I said, the workflow is like this. I take a pod, I search in CocoaPods, I get the URL, I fork it, I clone it, I change what I need to change, I push back to the repo, and that's it. So there is no dependency on the platform. I mean, only the internet, so.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else? No? Okay, so we had 4 questions, but we have 3 pins. It's up to you to decide which questions you like more, which were more interested for you. Can you please raise your hands? Yeah, people who asked the questions. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you can give it to them. They are 3, all right?
Okay, we will give away 4 pins
You can
for all of you.
4. Yeah.
Thank you. I have a gift for you.
Here, thank
It's
you.
a nice t-shirt. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.